Hi, everybody. My name is Clifton Ross III, and you're watching Gospel Goodies TV.
Gospel goodies.
Gospel goodies. Gospel goodies.
This is Gospel Goodies.
Detroit, it's a saying that singing and music just flows in the water because it's really true. Like, everybody, you walk down the street and there's so many people that can just sing. It's crazy. So they always say it's in the water, but I really think it's because so many gospel greats live in Detroit or are from Detroit. So when you grow up around so much music, you can't help but to try to imitate what you hear, or they brush up their talents brush up off you, especially if you continuously go to concerts, if you grew up in church, or if you just are a lover of music. You naturally want to just try and sing. So I think it was a contagious thing that happened. And so I'm glad that the contagious moment happened to me. But I come from a family of musicians and singers. And so I grew up in Detroit. I sang in different community choirs. I joined the Mosaic Youth Theater of Detroit, and that really kind of got me into wanting to really sing. Like, oh, I want to kind of do this. And so I traveled with Mosaic and to different colleges. And so finally, when I got to Howard University, my spirit felt like this is home. And I always say that was the best decision I ever made. I chose Howard because, one, my soul just felt at home. I auditioned for the music department at Howard, and it just felt right. Like, everything about it. When I took a tour on campus, it was just like, I could see myself here. Like, I just felt like this was it. I had no idea that I was going to be directing the gospel choir at Howard for 7 years, that Sunday best would flourish out of this, and just my life would happen. But like I said, choosing Howard University was the best. H-U. It was 2009, and I had tried to do the online competition, and I actually made it to like second place in the online competition, and I didn't get chosen to make it on the show, because if you won the online competition, then you automatically made the show. And I got discouraged, but one of my best friends and my manager, Kristen Taylor, shout out to Kristen, she looked at me and said, I just don't know you to be a quitter. Like, you're not gonna go stand in the line and actually like try to get on the show like on your own. And at first I was like, no, because I was just kind of frustrated, because when you do online competitions, it's not like it's an overnight thing. It's like weeks and weeks of campaigning. And so I was tired and I decided not to do it. But after she said that to me, I got mad, and I was like, you can't talk to me like that. I'm not a quitter. I don't quit. No. And so I was like, I'm gonna go stand in the line. So I stood in the line, and lo and behold, I made the show. And wow, I'm so glad I did. It's a 6-year gap between my first time I was on Sunday Best and, of course, the All-Star show. So during those 6 years, I worked on Clifton. I evolved on Clifton because I had no idea that there was going to be an All-Star show. So, I always believe in working on yourself. So I journeyed. I graduated from Howard. I just started working in my craft, and I really identified my sound. So as soon as I was going to release music, like my EP, I got a call from the show, and it was like, well, do you want to come back on? And of course there was another online competition, but when I finally got the call from the production staff that I actually made the All-Star show, it was just like, God, like, I was just happy with releasing my own music. I didn't expect to actually be on the show. So like, everything that happened on the show and my progression to the top 3 was almost like this: God, if you don't do anything else for me, you've already done more than enough. So the whole All-Star show was more than enough for me. So to actually make it to the final 3, it was breathtaking, and it still is breathtaking that it came full circle for me. I made the top 10 the first show, and of course you experience disappointment. When you put your all into something and you don't get as far as you want it. But this time around, to make it to the final end, we all are winners. And so we were all excited about, each other. Like, hey, we all are winning. One of us is only going to be able to carry the title, but we made it, And so it just felt good, and it felt like assignment complete, and I could check that off. So moving forward, I'm in bliss. So I really finished the music before the show. And so now we're just putting the finishing touches on, and I put a pause on it so I could do the show. The producer, everybody was like, just wait, because if you win, you win. But if you don't, you have reached millions of people, so it's a win-win situation no matter how far you go. And so now, that the show is over, we're putting the finishing touches on it, and we're going to release it. I'm excited about it. I wrote 2 songs on there. Well, I wrote 1 song and I co-wrote the other song, and then the other 2 were submitted to me, but they all identify with just my spirit, where my soul is, and just my journey, my mountains in my life, my valleys in my life, and then my posture through it all, and I feel like I'm not alone in that. I feel like the listeners can connect to it because it's stuff that we all go through. We all experience hurt. We all experience waiting on God to do what he said he would do, and then it's like, are you going to wait in anger? Are you going to be excited about it? Are you going to be encouraged to pick up the pieces and go on, believing that God can do what he said he would do? So I'm excited to release it. It's my first release, and I'm finally releasing music, and I'm happy. I don't have a name yet. It might just be self-entitled, I haven't thought about if it should say like, this journey, or, Clifton, just him. I don't know. I'm not sure yet, but whatever it is, it'll connect with me. You can expect it before the end of 2015. It's coming, y'all. I can feel it like a mighty rushing wind. It's coming. Get it.